My SneekyVill Storiez. My SneekyVill Storiez.
Definitely. Yeah, I could have been BMF, to be honest. I had a few opportunities. You know, I always ran across
Back
plugs.
then, the crack game was real. So, did you anybody ever try to rob you?
Hell yeah. Everybody wanted to rob me back then. Like we said, we grew up, we ain't had no, like, you know, a lot of people was affiliated, so that kept the cheat off of them. But when we hopped out there, shit, we came right back to the hood. Niggas wasn't even thinking about selling crack. You know what I mean? So everybody looking at you, you got money. You ain't had no money. They were just cracking jokes about you. Now you got a whole lot of damn money. Like, yeah, let's rob this nigga. Especially the ones who older than us, and they like, we get money in front of them, they feeling real salty because they supposed to be the OGs. We done hopped out here and made something. So they start trying to set us up. You know what I mean? So I got robbed a couple of times. Niggas from the Gardens robbed me.
From the Gardens?
Yeah.
What's the
I
Gardens?
ain't gonna name no names, but you know what I'm saying? Some
What's the
niggas-
Gardens?
Happy Hill Gardens. It's the oldest housing project in damn near America. You know what I'm saying? Housing project that was founded on a land that was built up by black people who ended up being the ones who founded Liberia. So it's definitely history there. It was the slaves who built their own community outside of Old Salem. And they eventually made a whole nother country called Liberia, which means liberation. So it was like some real progressive blacks, revolutionary blacks came out of that community. But nowadays, it done been through so many transformations. Like out of that historic place, they turned it to a housing project. And when it was a housing project, it was it had a lot. You know, we always say the Happy Hill, the Gardens was real spooky. Like some shit can really go down in Happy Hill. The psychos, the you know, niggas, the lokes, real lokes come out of the Happy Hill. So Happy Hill is always kind of spooky with the bell ringing, the church bell ringing, you know, the graveyard, the bridge. Yeah, Happy Hill was real. So
you moved around to a lot of the projects.
yeah, yep.
Who was you moving with?
Fam, always move with fam. You know? I wasn't never the one trying to damn go to the club and be friends with a bunch of niggas and shit. You know what I mean? I just hang with fam, the niggas we grew up with. That's the only people I ran with, even to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like I done built some people outside of that now, but during that time, the things I was into, I don't remember really hanging with nobody outside of us.
Right. Was the guns necessary back then?
Guns became necessary because everybody thought they had a lick over on First Street. They thought they had an easy lick. Like it was getting around like, yo, y'all want to get on? Go over there on First Street, rob them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Primarily me at that time. And yeah, niggas started Boston. Some niggas from Boston. We started beefing. Because I ain't never know how to, like, calm down and not fight. So, you know, I started beefing with Boston when they come through Maryland talking about BDP. And I like, you know, fuck BDP. You know what I'm saying? And when it started, you know, niggas hopping off the truck and we fighting. Now we was beefing. And they caught me slipping a couple times, come to pick up my little shorty from Boston. Had me a little shorty. You know, I used to kick it with back then. And they catch me creeping through. And they done robbed me, had went on my socks. And yeah, it started some beef. You know, we started shooting at each other. And fighting. Every time we see each other. Had to take a gun out their hands. Like, yeah, they win some, I win some. But that's just something we had to do during that time to let niggas know we wasn't no pushovers.
A lot of people don't know that it goes down like this in Winston-Salem.
Oh shoot, it's been going down since it's been going down. No, we done lived through it, so we can actually say that. We seen when it's kind of started spiking. It's been going down in my mind. It's been going down since like what what Tiger Brown called himself, 91. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in about 90, 91.
I mean, at least for us, as the X generation.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
we seen
Before
that.
that, they had the bottom and all that for us.
I mean, that we can't take away from that.
Right.
We definitely can't take away from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way. So Winston definitely liked that.
Right.
True indeed. And 21 Jump.
So, did you ever experiment with any drugs back then? Or you just strictly about your money?
I was strictly about my money, but I experimented with drugs. I experimented with cocaine when I was like, 18, 19. 18, 19. I've been selling crack since I was like 15. So by the time I turned about 18, well, actually, I tried it when I was about 17. But my mind is kind of freaky to where, like, I don't know, I never got addicted. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just doing what everybody was doing.
So, you said who, the first time you did it, who was you with?
Sure, actually, I think it was me and DeWitty. Me and DeWitty. It was right there in Maryland. I sit right up in this house. We used to crush up Yay, and damn make woolies out of cigarettes. And yeah, me, DeWitty, then Demetrius with the green eyes. He used to be right down there with us, getting high. If I ain't mistaken, Munt Boston too. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all fell out, didn't you and Demetrius?
Yeah, we fell out.
What happened? What happened right there?
Man, niggas get jealous, to be straight up. Like, I was getting the money. Me and Skinny Munt was getting the money. Now I'm starting to leak out names, pardon self. But this is on the island, so I feel a little more comfortable. But yeah, we was getting money, and they was trying to figure out how to get the money. I guess their magnetism wasn't like that. They used to have a certain amount of dope, but a lot of people didn't fuck with them because they didn't know how to damn treat crackheads, for one. Even with the crackheads, you gotta know how to build that clientele. And shit, we was damn getting the lion's share of the money, and them niggas got jealous. So somebody called the police one night. I damn run, got clothes hanged by a clothesline. Police, I think everybody threw their rocks, and I just claimed the shit. Went to jail, got out, made bond, got out, and I think I came down to Maryland the next day, or like during that week. When I was coming down, the police was pulling up. So, that's how niggas, niggas always gonna think negative. So it's like, yeah, he called the police. You know what I'm saying? They ain't want me down there no way. So, I called the police. I just left. You know what I'm saying? So they was basically like trying to make it like I called the police down there. Because I was seen walking down the street. The police was riding up the street. But when I seen them, like, I let them get away with that shit for a while. I ain't go back in Maryland for a while. Really. Like, I moved up the street, First Street, so we started doing our thing up there. Then I started going back and forth to Gola to First Street. And they were still in Maryland. So we see each other sometime, but we ain't ever say shit to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But one day I seen him at the gas station, and I was like, "What's up? You ready to see me?" And he said something like he made a little face with his mouth, like he was hard. And I just I was with Lil Reggio. I just unleashed, and yeah, I put him all the way to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I laid him up on this car. You know what I mean? That was years of frustration I had to unleash on him because I'm an honorable ass nigga though. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga put dirt on my name. You know what I mean? So I made him see me. And everybody was like, damn, bro, you drug him. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he came back outside, they said he looked like the Elephant Man. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he paid for that. He don't have nothing to say to me when he see me now, though.
Oh, you still see him now?
Yeah, I done seen him.
Damn.
Yeah, I done seen him.
You get into a lot of altercations like that back then?
Yeah. Yep, I did.
How often did you come out on the winning end of it?
Shoot, I think when I was since let me see, I ain't lose, but maybe like on the streets, I probably lost about 3 fights.
Out of how many?
About, I would say about 40. For real.
Yeah.
I say about 3 fights.
Word.
And I ain't fighting no little dudes neither. That's what I remember. I say about 3 fights I lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rest I won. Now I'm gonna give Quincy a draw. And you was there on that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could, if I was a fucked up ass nigga, I could have crushed him. Crushed him in Maryland. But
I'm gonna have to get Quincy the interview.
yeah, I could have crushed him in Maryland.
Yeah.
They're like, man, you gonna do me like that, Mike? He tried to play the little soft role of it, so I was on top of, but yeah, I give him a draw.
Word.
Yeah, I did pretty good on the fights.
That was one of your close homeboys back then.
Yep.
Remember,
I'm trying to make history.
how, in what way?
Because we always go back to this conversation we had. When we was young, I was like, shit, when I grow up, I ain't gonna stop till I get 1 million. Like, if I go to prison, it's gonna be for damn getting $1 million. No, I didn't think I said $1 million bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, shit, if I go to prison, I'm going for killing me a motherfucker.
Wow.
That was like our destiny. I still remember like it was yesterday. Walking up that hill right there in front of her.
Wow.
Yep. That same day he started shooting at Butt and them. I had left and came back. I think me and Butt might have been going together or something. But he just started wilding out and started shooting at the girls and shit.
I remember.
I'm like, okay.
To you, considering the street stuff that you was going through and things you may have been going through at home, what did you feel like was your main struggles growing up from as a teenager?
To be honest, my main struggle was like loyal to a fault. Like, I think I was a little too loyal instead of looking out for my own best interests. Even when I was young, I put myself in a lot of beef. And most of my beef wasn't even my own beef. I was fighting for somebody who wasn't fighting for themselves. Damn, taking chances I ain't had to take. So yeah, I think that's like a lack of self-love and self-respect. You know, I think I was lacking right there.
How old were
It took me a
you?
long time to learn what self-respect was.
How old were you the first time you got incarcerated?
I went to jail when I was 15. I had stole somebody's moped right in front of the Wilco.
They took you to jail?
It took me to jail. Yeah, dude went in there. He was pumping gas at the pump. I was standing out there with Wimp and them, and I damn jumped on the moped when he went in the gas station, rolled off. I ain't get 2 blocks away. Police damn ran me down. Right on MLK, like a car.
Yeah.
Yep, took me right to jail. Woman came down there and got me out. And then I think the next day she took me down there to see Larry Little. That was my lawyer. And I was walking in the office. Daryl Hunt was walking out the office.
Who was Larry Little?
The Black Panther lawyer. The one who eventually got Daryl Hunt exonerated from his faulty prison sentence. Yeah, when I was walking in the office, Daryl Hunt was walking out the office. When he was like, he had got free for about a year or something. Yep. So that's crazy. And he was doing that on the strength of my mama. We had no money, but I think they just like threw it away. It's like, yeah, I represent them. They just kind of like threw it away.
So then When was your next time getting incarcerated?
I think that time in Maryland. Yep, that time in Maryland. I was down there selling crack at the back by the Whittingham apartment. And damn, some dudes used to ride in there. Some dudes, some out of towners used to ride in there real fast over the speed bumps. They come in there with the dope. You know, everybody was coming down there with dope back then. We just be buying breaks here, breaks there. Like Smitty and them be pulling up, all types of niggas be pulling up.
What's breaks again?
That's the rocks you can buy for $25. They were selling cookies too though. Ounces. But yeah, they were selling rocks you could buy for $25. You could break them down and make like $50, $75, $100 off of them. So a lot of top drug dealers back then was coming in Maryland, sell their packs. And yeah, the city was flooded with crack back then. The city ain't seen nothing like that since. It was flooded. It was flooded. Like, it was crack everywhere. Every neighborhood, everywhere. Like, New Jack City set up for real. Lines, niggas with dope. Lines, forming lines to buy dope. You know, out there ghost busting all morning, all night. Out there looking for crack through the grass and the dust. Bags everywhere, niggas throwing whole packs of dope away. Police swooping it up. Like, it was real back then. My stepfather smoked crack. Yep, I think he started in like 84, 85. I'll never forget. And right after the Olympics, everything was kind of good. And he was getting drunk back then. But one night, one time he had stayed away from home for like 2 or 3 days. And when he came back, he thought he had it all figured out. It's like, yeah, he was all excited. It's like, I'm stopping drinking. I found something that I like better than drinking. He was saying we was going to church that morning. And we done got dressed and go to church. That big Buick. And he was trying to convince my mama. I think he took him a hit before he went to church. He was like, he was still getting the geek all that morning. And she's like, nah, I don't want none, Mike. He's like trying to convince her like this is what to do. She's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want none of that. And he never stopped. He just kept getting high. Kept getting drunk too, but he was more so getting high. And I'm always thankful that our mama ain't down, never tried crack. Because people ain't know what they was getting into back then. It was just like, they was trying to sell it on people. Like, nowadays when they was popping all them pills and mollies and stuff.
Right. That's back when cocaine was acceptable.
Right.
So people ain't really. It was like cocaine was a social drug back
then. Yeah. Exactly. And they done made it cheap, so you know you that's like gas back then. Like, you take your little coke, little gas. But
what kind of person is he? You said that.
Oh shit, he was phenomenal. I don't think I appreciate him like you know I do now. But he did a lot of self-sabotaging. You know, he did really destroyed his self. You know, crashed out. Couldn't get a hold of that crack. That crack took him under. You know what I mean? Like we done seen a lot of people bounce back from crack. You know, everybody ain't fall victim and just stay down. Some people bounce back, but we're not able to say he was one of them. That's kind of like crucial right there. Eventually took him out. I think his eccentric personality and his wanting to be so free, not constricted, it just made him an easy target for crack. I think that's what he used to feel. I think he even said it made him feel like he was on top of the world. You know what I mean? Like an exhilarating high. Yeah. He's very talented. Very, very talented. Play every instrument, compose music. Got some of the neatest handwriting, some of the best recipes, great jokes, like very witty, you know, Very, very good with us, the kids. Yeah, I think he was one of the greatest ever to me. You know, drugs took him under, but he was still a great guy. True indeed.
So you ended up going to prison.
Mm-hmm.
How was your lifestyle sending you to prison?
My first prison sentence came for selling drugs. I think, well, I know, I be trying not to slay people, but I know it sent me to my first prison sentence. And, yeah, I guess they got tired of me in the neighborhood because we was getting, now I look back, like we was, you know, for a residential neighborhood, we was definitely having a lot of action right there on the top of First Street. You know what I'm saying? It was right there with the elders right there and the store right there. And we just had shootouts and, I mean, we had bricks stashed in the woods and AKs and Tech 9s stashed in the bushes. You know, we was getting it in, and we'd be out there all night on the church wall, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. You know what I mean? Like, real facts. So, us being no older, we was still teenagers. Carrying it like we was all the way grown, taking over the neighborhood. So, by the time I was 18, I was already doing time in prison. I think I went when I was 17 and got out when I was 18. About to say I graduated when I was 18. I graduated from high school when I was 17, went to prison when I was 17, got out when I was 18.
And how was that first prison experience?
Oh shoot. It was too easy, to be honest. It was too easy. It was like a little social club. And that's all I did was kick it with my homies from the front, Fat Nose, Paul Hay, Tracy Cole, Lil Rail, everybody from the hood. All this was right there in Morganton High Rise. Lil Wayne, all the homies, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was back in the old school days. When you go to prison, you gotta fight as soon as you get in. So that's how I was going in. I was fighting in jail. I was fighting in Morganton. I was fighting out back. That's what it was, you know what I'm saying? And I was just trying to make myself hard, because when I get out, I'm gonna be on some gangster shit. Because, you know, I was hearing a lot of stuff about you, Quincy. You know, those niggas come to prison telling me about y'all. So I was like, nah, I can't let them go crazy without me being there. So I came out with a wrong frame of mind, I'll admit. You know what I mean? You know, y'all, Quincy done caught the murder charge. Y'all, you know, done made this. Y'all done terrorized niggas on the east side. You know, and some of it was useful because they ain't really respect our gun on the east side. So, you know, I appreciate the work y'all put in. It wasn't necessarily for the right reasons, and we can never bring the dead back. But, you know, inshallah, Lord willing, you know, these stories can go forward to prevent others from just taking lives and going down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to catch yourself early and at least be able to say, do I really have a reason to be doing this? We kind of had a reason, but at the same time, we could have set up a lemonade stand or start hand-making clothes and, you know, setting ourselves up a table at the flea market or something. But, you know, everybody shouldn't have to choose to sell crack just to be able to provide for themselves. You know, we used to cry about that stuff. We used to damn hate drug dealers and stuff like that. So to grow up and end up being somebody who was obsessed, I was obsessed with selling crack. That's all I thought about. You know what I mean? Like selling crack, selling weed, you know, keeping guns. So that shouldn't be the only solution or way out for somebody that's a teenager wanting to damn escape poverty.